Hi friends, Living Fit with Laura on this stunningly beautiful, extremely cold day, reminding us that we need to keep moving. We need to keep moving towards those things that lie ahead, putting behind us those things that lie behind. Each and every day we say our prayer of thanksgiving. Each and every day we forgive. Each and every day we wipe the slate clean, remembering that carrying around all the junk of regret, remorse, shame, guilt are heavy burdens to carry. Lord, I will not live in want today. I will ditch all the junk in my head. I will forgive because I've decided to. We forgive because we have decided to. We forgive because we have mercy and grace towards people that are flawed and imperfect, because we know we are flawed and imperfect. We forgive because we want to live well. We forgive because we want to be forgiven. I don't know how about you, but when I feel that a person has held a grudge against me and will not forgive me for something, it is a very heavy burden to carry, especially if I have no idea why that person is offended. If I do know why that person is offended and I have sincerely and remorsefully apologized and they do not forgive me, that is a heavy burden to carry. However, I must forgive myself and move forward, because we cannot control other people. We cannot control other people's attitude. And we have the responsibility to continue to live well. So we continue to shake the dust off our sandals and move forward, knowing that we cannot control people. We love freely, we love generously, but we invest in the eternal things. We invest in living well by building our house on a rock. We invest in our Creator because we don't want to build our house on sand. We don't want to be tossed about like leaves in the wind. We continue to move forward to those things that lie ahead, putting behind us those things that lie behind, taking the blessing and the lesson of all painful events. We see each day as a sacred gift, remembering that if we continue chasing the pot at the end of the rainbow, expecting or wanting idyllic circumstance in order to quote-unquote be happy, we will chase that rain pot at the end of the rainbow that doesn't exist for the rest of our lives. I talk a lot about this because depression is very common and it is part of the human condition. So when we feel depressed, I encourage us to get up and move. If we sit and stew and ruminate about the wrongs that have been done to us, or about the reasons why we think we have been shortchanged, we will stay depressed. How do we get up out of a easy chair when we're sitting there watching television? We simply decide to. We put all the weight on our heels. We just pop up out of that chair. It's easy. We don't make it complicated. So be careful about overcomplicating deciding to change. We don't need to complicate it. We don't need to talk to a therapist about every little angst that we have in detail, things that happened 30 years ago, over and over and over for years and years. What can the therapist really do? They will listen, and then they will hear us complain, and then we will hear ourselves complain, and then we will be all the more depressed because we have heard ourselves articulate our complaints. So that is why I encourage my friends to not complain. That is why I encourage my friends to be careful about what we say, both verbally and in our head. So we claim the promises that this is the day my Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in the day. And it is very bright, so I'll put on my sunglasses. This is the day my Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in the day. I will forgive others because I also want to be forgiven. I am imperfect and I am flawed, and that is why I forgive others. I forgive others because I want to live with a clean and pure heart. I forgive others because my Savior, my Lord, my King has directed me to do so. I know that the direction and the guidance and the commandments that my Savior and my God give me are not to punish me, but to assist me to live well. I remember that life on this earth is very temporal. Life on this earth is very temporal, so I do not invest or put my treasure in life on this earth, because where my treasure is, my heart will be. If I have my heart 100% invested in a job, in getting a certain promotion, in being recognized, in being valued, we will be sorely disappointed. And also, what are we going to do if there's a change in management or there are shifts in business decisions and we are terminated or laid off, or if there's a reorganization? We will be devastated. I want my friends to live well. We never invest or put our money in a bank that has negative interest. You hear people going postal or getting hopeless if they lose a job. It is because, I'm trying to get it to the sun, they have invested all their heart, soul, and mind in the job. Of course, we work hard. We are focused when we go to work. We give our employers 40 hours a week of our absolute best work, and in exchange for that, we are compensated. But our hearts and our souls are not invested in the job, because just as we are not invested in people, because people change, friendships drift apart, and people can be very unpredictable and quirky. So I want us to all be sane, stable, serene, and strong. That is why I teach us to stand tall. We stand tall. We are sane, stable, serene, and strong. And we live well. And we cannot control what other people do. We cannot control if a company has a reorganization. So we continue moving forward to those things that lie ahead, putting behind us those things that lie behind. Many, many times, there will be a reorganization in a company. It was in the many years ago that you would get a job and you would stay with the job until you retired. But in this day and age, it's very unusual. It's not uncommon to leave a job and then go on to another job. I have left a job recently, and I now have an awesome opportunity in an electronics laboratory. I realized that it would be not in my best interest to stay at my other job. I was not valued. My physical symptoms were such that I was suffering insomnia, headaches, eczema. Though mentally I had been disloyal to the job, I realized that I was invested in a situation that was not invested in me. So I chose to leave the job, and I did not have another job when I gave my notice. But now I have another job. We continue to move forward to those things that lie ahead, putting behind us those things that lie behind, because we want to live well, and we do not want to lament and be stuck on things of the past. Have an awesome day. I'm going to have my exercise, Living Fit with Laura, on this very cold day. To get and stay sane, stable, serene, and strong, I want us to all have a great day. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.